Hey guys, Jerry here, and welcome back to Factorio. I've finished the research for batteries, meaning that we can now actually make the damn things. And I have continued on to research the electric energy accumulators 1, which is actually the purpose of the batteries. Like, having the batteries themselves is not enough, you need to also be able to use them. But we can now start manufacturing these batteries, and the way you do this is that you go to a chemical plant here, and then you click on battery, of course. But as you can see, the requirements here is 1 iron plate, 1 copper plate, 2 sulfuric acid. And sulfuric acid is made by sulfur, water, and an iron plate. So, we need to somehow produce sulfur first of all, from whatever gas we have in here. And the way you make sulfur is from the petroleum gas. So, as you can see, if we zoom in a bit, the petroleum gas comes out on this far valve here, so that's the one we want to use. So, I'm gonna put this machine here because we want to get our stuff up here where the water is, so we can actually make the sulfuric acid eventually. So let's pick up this thing and stick it right over here where the sun does shine. And then we put a pipe in here so we can make sulfur. Now this also needs water, so we are gonna need to make another offshore pump, which we can then put up here. Let's just put it right here. Is it flipped the right way? I don't think. Yeah, it is. Alright. So we get a water pipe coming down here. Now this little thing is a bit annoying because again, every time we do one of these pipes, we limit our movement pretty much, so we want to get as many of these underground pipes as we can. They're pretty useful because you can just walk under them like this. But yeah, we now have the ability to make sulfur in here, so I'm wondering why it isn't doing it. We got water. Oh, because of course the recipe has to be inverted, because that makes a lot of sense. Alright, let's flip it around one more time then. So we have this chemical plant coming in here. Now let's make it make sulfur, and you can see we're actually gonna have to fiddle around with this somehow, because we need to get the sulfur over there and we need to get the water here, so the pipes need to cross each other. Now the way that you do this is, of course, you have the petroleum gas coming in here, then you have an underground water pipe coming there, and then connecting to a little bit of pipe here that turns. And then we can remove a bit of this, put in an underground pipe here. And how long can we make this? We can make it all the way over actually to this bend here, so let's do that. Alright, so we now have sulfur being made in here. Now we're out of petroleum gas because we can't get rid of the other stuff in here, so we can't actually refine any more of it. But we got some sulfur being made, which is perfect because that's what we need. So now this sulfur in here, as you can see when we mouse over the factory, it doesn't have an output pipe anywhere, meaning that it's an actual item that we can pick out and put in a chest. Or we can just take it in our inventory. That's perfectly fine. Let's put a lamp right there. So now we need to take the sulfur and convert into sulfuric acid in another one of these, which also needs iron pipes. Or not iron pipe, iron plates. But right now I'm not interested in a large enough scale to actually make an iron plate line going all the way over there. So what we're gonna do instead is just bring some manually. So we have one chemical plant, we need one more, meaning that we need to get some steel going here. Yes. Now let's get the fluid handling. So we go back over here, and then we need to put down this one. Now, to make sulfuric acid, we need the water pipe again. So, oddly enough, we can actually be kind of clever and put this thing right here. And then tell it to make sulfuric acid. And we then take an inserter and just move the sulfur over directly like this. We are gonna need some power, of course. And then we need to pipe in water into one of those holes, which again makes this underground pipe here a bit useful. There we are. So now we got water coming in. We have sulfur being put in as well. And we just need the iron plates, so let's toss in some of those. And this thing is now making sulfuric acid, which is just what we want. Now we need one more of these chemical plants in order to put the sulfuric acid inside the batteries. Which means that I need to go over here, get some more iron plates, get some more steel. And hopefully I can make it now. Yes, let's save some time here and grab some circuits as well. Now the copper plates we can pretty easily send over there, like they're already at the edge. But the question is like whether this is a machine that we actually want to move somewhere else. But as it is right now, the answer for me would be no. Let's just keep it over here. Sort of have some sort of control over it. So let's just have a look quickly. This one puts out in both sides. We need water coming in as well for this thing. So we could like make another little flip here and have it come pumping or putting out batteries in this direction. And I think on some sort of strange level that makes a bit of sense. So we need to get more pipes. And then we need to first of all set this to make batteries and then see, okay, both inputs are for sulfuric acid, so that's done there. And then we just need some copper plates and some iron plates. And it starts making batteries. Now again, it doesn't have an output, that's perfectly taken care of by a little inserter and a chest for the batteries. So yeah, we can make batteries now, except that we can't, because we still have this refinery being clogged up with stuff. The other products here of the basic oil processing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually, instead of making this into solid fuel, because that's not really, I don't want a lot of solid fuel because we don't really have any use for it as of right now. The coal production is back up to scratch. We got plenty of coal running in. We even have enough solar panels here that the energy needed by the load on the steam engines is actually being reduced a wee bit, especially or at least during the daytime. So coal fuel in general is not a problem. So I kind of want to get some big tanks and just store it all until later. So I'm gonna wait for fluid handling to finish up with the research and then we will continue. Alright, night has fallen and we have fluid handling research. So now let us first of all select something else so that our little laboratories are not going completely unused. So let's go for the engine now so we can get a car soon. Now I've set up this little transport line here which steals iron plates and copper plates from the thing and brings out there so we can actually fully automate stuff. I decided to kind of go back on what I said just because it was easier. Or it wasn't easy, but I had some time to kill. So now we can make storage tanks which need a lot of iron plates, so yoink. Actually I think some of these have a tendency to get clogged up. Yes, exactly. That's like 100 in each of these. Which means that we can now make some lovely storage tanks here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put up 2 storage tanks here for these refineries, or for the refinery. And then I'm gonna put up 1 more for the raw oil to go through. So we're gonna kill this pipe first of all. And then we're gonna set up let's see, can we set it up here? Yes, I think we can. So we need 1 underground pipe to go under here, and then we can hook these up, and then we can hook this one up there. So now we have crude oil coming in here, and it goes in pretty fast. And then we can always just pipe more in, like that's fine. And then we need to set up 2 tanks down here. Why can you only flip? I want it sideways. Ah, why can I not have it sideways? I want it sideways. There it is. Or is it? No, it's not. It's not sideways. Whatever. So we need one of those here, and let's put the other one here then. And then just, can we actually walk through? Nope. I kind of want them so we can walk through. So let's, instead of having it here, let's have it here. Excellent. And then actually, let's move it one block more as well. Because then you can put in a pipe. That was quick. Plastics. So heavy oil, light oil, but because if we have them here, then it's a lot easier to walk through and get pipes through and everything. So again, it's going to be a bit messy overall here with all the pipes going around, but hopefully at some point I'll manage to get some sort of system into place. But yeah, the refinery can finally work now, because stuff can get pumped out. So we have heavy oil coming in here, we got light oil coming in here, and then from here on we can move this to either chemical factories or whatever we need in order to process it further into stuff. I know for a fact that we're gonna need some lubricant soon enough. We can actually make engines now, I think. So yeah, engine unit, and as you can see, oh, they've actually changed this, apparently. That's been changed from what I remember. No worries, we'll figure it out. So we got plenty of batteries being made in here now, which means that we can actually make one of these basic accumulators. Now, as you can see, energy capacity 5 megajoules. They basically only contain the equivalent of one piece of coal. But the idea is that because batteries are rather cheap to produce, you can just make a lot of these things. And just, you know, stack them up somewhere. But that's a horrible, horrible sound. Okay, that is one goddamn awful sound. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pick up all of these, and then I'm gonna make some of these different electric poles, and then we're gonna go out somewhere where I don't have to listen to these things, and set them up. Like out here in this last little corner here. I think that's gonna be a pretty good place. So we don't want them all the way up in the corner, because we want to have the option of putting some turrets there, and we also need to have space for a conveyor belt to bring ammo to them. So the furthest up we can go is like this, basically. And then if we put, let's see, we need to connect all of these. So we can have an accumulator set up here. Then we can have a power station there, and that can also reach that. I'm actually wondering if we move this here instead. And then somewhere outside this little thing we can put up one of these big poles. Let's just put it up here. And then if we have another big pole, can we put it far enough down that it'll connect to both? Yes, we can. Right there. The one spot where it can connect to everything. So basically we have our little desert solar generation area up here, which makes an awful, awful sound. But again, if we can pack these things tight enough, and actually get these, like we can put one of those here, and then we can set the next accumulator like there. Put a pole here, I guess. And then we got, yeah, the green energy out there, far away, where I don't have to listen to that awful, awful sound. Alright, so with 6 laboratories we're actually managing to power through our resources here. These 2 factories can't really craft the green ones fast enough. The red ones are going a bit better. These times 6 times 5, yeah, so the green ones are a bit slower to make than the red ones, but it's fine, it's fine. We have been researching quite heavily. So we got a lot of iron being sent out here, which is good. Like, that's another place for us to pick up iron from once in a while. Have a lot of batteries being made, which is perfect, just what we want. And we're getting quite a nice store of crude oil here. Like, I don't know how much these can contain. It looks as though they might be able to contain a couple thousand units worth. Heavy oil, light oil being made out here. And you can see engine unit made in automated factories. So yeah, we do need an automatic factory in order to make these engine units. That is still a thing. So let's get one of these ordered up. And then let's see here. Gear wheels are up there. That's not very that helpful. I think we might need an extra one just to make these standalone gear wheels. And we also need one to make pipes. So we need a pipe machine, pipe factory. So let's have a pipe factory there, a gear wheel factory here, and then see where that takes us. So we need another long-handed inserter, and we need some power. So let's get inserter here, inserter here. So you're going to make even more iron gear wheels. You're gonna make pipes. And then these things that we're just making now, they need to go into this thing along with what exactly? Steel plates from this chest. Or we could just, I don't know, set this thing up to automatically. Oh, actually I know what we can do. We can have a conveyor belt here. And then we can have another couple. Let's just get some inserters here. So if we get some long-handed inserters here, and then we remove this one. So we take a long-handed inserter here, and one here, and one here. Now look at that. We get all the components that we need in some sort of random order. But I think what we're gonna do is we need to put these into a chest. So let's get a little wooden chest going here. So if we put a wooden chest here and then have a normal inserter bringing it in, and of course some electricity, then because we have all of this as sort of a random arrangement here, so some of them will be slow and some of them there won't be enough of. So this thing can just grab from the chest whatever is needed. Oh god. I'm under attack. Luckily I don't think I hit anything with my thing. Oh god, they have a base right out here. They have a base right outside my front door. That will not do. Yeah, they've been spreading. Let's get... you press Q to change weapons. Oh, that's a medium worm. Shit. Alright, I'm guessing we're gonna need some... We're first of all gonna need some more walls, just so I have a warning of this sort of thing. Then we're gonna need some turrets and some more weapons in order to deal with those medium worms, because I cannot fight medium worms with the gear that I have. We just seen that, like I was not making a scratch at all. That's really quite impressive. So, let's close this gap first. Nothing coming through there. Close this gap here. Let's see if we can do that from here. There we are, nothing coming through there. At least not without me getting a warning about it. But yeah, basically, people have settled right here. From this base they've moved down here, and they've also apparently there's some over here. This thing was not there before. This is a new settlement, the one close to us. And I'm not happy about it. Most definitely not happy about it. But again, it does bring a purpose to us researching stuff like combat robotics and explosives and such. So, yeah, that's gonna be coming soon enough. But for now, let us quickly finish my thought here. We can make engines now. but we still cannot make a car because we don't have automobiles, so I'm guessing we're just gonna make a bunch of engines. And we got a bunch of engines being made in here. That's nice. So which one of these machines are not really making stuff? The pipes. Okay, it's because you can't really deliver. Alright, I think we need to upgrade this inserter here to one of the other ones. So let's get a fast inserter. Now this thing should be able to keep up. Yeah, look at that. That's better. That's what we like to see. So we can just take some of these spare parts here and keep on us for whatever purposes we might have. But yeah, once plastics is done, we're gonna be researching some more heavily into military stuff, I think, because we need to defend ourselves against these bastards who keeps coming in, who came in to attack my stuff. We can't have that. That is not allowed. So we need heavy weapons, we need explosives, we need grenades. Apparently we can make a basic grenade here. I'm wondering. Basic grenades, are they any good against what we're up against? Let's make a couple and have a look. Steal some more iron. So let's move these over to 1. And then actually... Oh god, why does it have to turn nighttime right now? Make a little hole through here, so we can go out. And then let's very carefully go up here and have a look. So first of all, we have all of these little bastards. I'm moving backwards in order to get them like in my sights properly. Nice. It does something, but my health and my armor is not good enough to fight these guys. So that was an experiment. Nearly killed me, but at least now we know what we're up against. And it's not fun. So let's get started immediately on... You know what? Flammables, rocketry, flamethrowers. That's what we need. That is exactly what we need, so... Yeah. Let's get started on this stuff. That's the fuff. That's the fuff. That's the faff. Let's faff about with explosions. And I will see you next time in Factorio. Bye!